comes to a purchase loan, you must recognize that's a borrower buying a home. Most purchase loans are first-time home buyer loans. When it comes to these borrowers, they're generally more nervous than you are. So you must understand that. If they've got questions that you can't answer, the best thing you can do is say, hold on, I'll get back to you, and get the answer. These people have basic knowledge on what a home is, but not on what it takes to get a home. So you must understand that these first-time home buyers are generally more nervous than you are. Next, they must have confidence in you. They must understand that you feel like you can get their loan done. I'm gonna get you in this home. So positive reinforcement, we're gonna get this done. So the key to getting a purchase loan done is understanding the borrower's more nervous than you are. They must have confidence in you. And when you're talking to borrowers, you want to ask them questions that are gonna give you their why. They're buying a home for a reason. What is the reason? Why are we here today? Let's back up to the beginning. Why do you want to become a homeowner? Is it because you are having a budding family? Is it because you never thought that you could? This is your American dream. Is it a financial reason? Are you wasting too much money on rent? But the key is finding out their why. Next, you must be able to understand what the most important hot button for that borrower is. That borrower's most important hot button is affordability, down payment, and monthly payment. When you're talking to a borrower and you're taking your 1003, which we just showed you how to do that, you want to hone in on those things. Monthly payment and down payment. Getting into logistics about purchase price doesn't matter until you understand what monthly payment they can afford and how much they can put down, and explain that to them. My goal, Mr. and Mrs. Borrower, is to give you the best monthly payment and the most comfortable down payment. And with those two things, we will find out where we can get you to afford a purchase. Understand this, 33% of all buyers end up crying during the home process because they are frustrated and they don't get clarity. They don't believe that their originator understands what they're going through. So understand them by understanding their needs, which is down payment and monthly payment. The number one complaint that you'll see from an agent or an escrow officer as an originator is that you aren't being responsive. Be aware of that. So you want to be really good at closing purchase loans, be really responsive. What I mean by that is get back to someone the same day. Don't stop what you're doing for every single question that an agent or a borrower or realtor has, but make sure you're responding the same day. What I do with my team to make sure that we keep clear communication and keep people happy, when we open up an escrow and there's a new purchase loan that we start, I've got my LOA, or myself if I'm the one that putting the loan through, I will text, or we will text, the borrower, the escrow officer, and the buyer's agent and say, look, we just started a loan for Tristan Mayer. He's buying his home. And in this process, I want to make sure we've got all parties on one text thread so we can have clear updates and communication. Because if you're updating people through email, it might go to spam. Most emails are looked at like junk today, but people look at their texts. So when you're starting a loan, if you want to be successful at closing purchase business, keep everyone updated on one thread. So send a text to the entire team day one. And don't become your own secretary, become your own CEO. Answer the phone and respond within the time schedule that you set up. In our earlier lesson, I talked about setting your time schedule early. And in the beginning of the day, you set your sales time and then you set your service time. Getting back to borrowers is service time. So let's recap again some basic tactics to be better at closing purchase business. Realize, first of all, that buyers are much more nervous than you are. You can always go find the answer. Next, borrowers must have confidence in you. They're most nervous about their monthly payment and their down payment, and 33% of buyers end up crying during the process. The number one complaint from an agent and from escrow is that you aren't responsive. But realize you don't have to respond every time. You have to respond every day. Send one text in the beginning, copying all parties so there is no miscommunication. And don't become your own secretary, become your own CEO. And with these tools and tactics, you'll be better at closing purchase business.